Tonight, 20 cases of COVID-19 confirmed from Saturday to Monday. A Choiseul man is found suspended by the neck. It prompts a call from a psychiatrist for more empathy. And the husband of a St. Lucia national who is demanding to be let out of state quarantine speaks out. We have the details of these stories and much more coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
Good night. It is Monday, the 23rd of November, 2020. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. I'm Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. Investigations are ongoing into possible epidemiological links for 3 new cases of COVID-19 recorded on Monday. The 3 new cases take the number of confirmed cases in country to date to 223.
Case number 221 is a 32-year-old female from the Soufrière district. Case number 222 is a 42-year-old female from the Castries district. Case number 223 is a 44-year-old female from the Gros-Islet district. All of these individuals, after being assessed and tested for COVID-19, were placed in quarantine by health practitioners while awaiting their test results. At this point, the contact tracing team has not been able to establish an epidemiological link for these 3 cases to any of our prior cases, and investigations are ongoing.
The new total number of active cases currently in country is 115. So far, St. Lucia has recorded a total of 106 recoveries. The partner of the local who was placed into government quarantine for breach of COVID-19 protocol says the family is worried sick. Alan Joseph has expressed much concern about whether his partner's needs are being met at the quarantine facility, and he is demanding that the authorities release her. Rochelle Gonzalez reports.
On Friday, November 20th, Hot 7 reported on the case of Amelia Andrew, a Canaries woman who was seeking to clear her mind with a relaxing staycation break, only to have the break turned into a nightmare after she was informed that she was in breach of protocol and then subsequently carted off to begin a 14-day stay at state quarantine. Although national protocols prohibit locals from staying at resorts currently housing international tourists, she was allowed to stay at a resort in the west of the island, even though she claimed that she thoroughly explained that she was a resident of St. Lucia. Andrew has since begun a protest by going on a hunger strike until she is released, as she claims that she is being unlawfully detained and that the breach in protocol was no fault of hers. But the story does not end there, as her husband, Alan Joseph, is coming to Andrew's defense, expressing his disappointment over how the matter is being handled.
My wife went to Tican and spent some time, and Tican never allowed my wife out. Locals not allowed to come to the hotel. They take my wife money, and when she was ready to leave the hotel, she was assisted to police and ambulance to quarantine for no reason, with no history, travel history, and no. At the time, they quarantined had no coronavirus. So I want to know what the Prime Minister had to say about it, at least come with proof stating, showing my wife, when was the last month my wife traveled to come to St. Lucia. Because my wife is there from since January, and my wife have no history travel. So right now, my wife is just in quarantine for no reason, and just making the country know, just lie about tourism for the country. And right now, it's time for us with St. Lucian to hear the real truth of what the Prime Minister is doing to us and affecting us.
In Friday's interview with Andrew, she stated that she needed a break after battling through depression caused by a miscarriage as well as marital hiccups. With that said, Joseph explained that he is extremely concerned about his wife's well-being.
Well, right now my wife is just there, one close. Nobody haven't called her, nothing. She's sick right now. Yeah, and I'm very stressed out because I can't sleep. My whole family can't stressed because my wife is just in a place for no reason, and nobody haven't assist her. And they say they have the doctor and Olympic order assist her and talk to her. Nobody, up to her delay today, nobody haven't come and said nothing. And right now she's just there, she's sick. 5 days she haven't well eat because she's a vegan, and it's nonsense. The Prime Minister is covering up for what happened in the country about it. Because my wife, the last time we traveled is in January, because whenever my wife travel, I travel to Gadaifa. And my wife is just there for no reason and nothing. So right now I need to take actions of what's going on in the country.
Have you been in contact with your wife?
Well, over the phone. And she's crying every day she wants to come home. And I said worried because I'm just home thinking about my wife.
Monday marks the 5th day since Andrew was placed in quarantine. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.
Days after the news broke of a woman who had been placed in state quarantine after a protocol breach at a resort in Ancillary, the question has been raised with regards to whether there is any resort left for locals to visit, as strict protocols prevent locals from visiting or staying anywhere that tourists are lodging. On Monday, the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association's president, Dr. Merle Clark, said while she does understand the concerns, there is a silver lining. She says there is currently a treasure chest of beautiful retreats and hideaways for locals to discover and enjoy.
A startling revelation was made on Friday after the St. Lucia Tourism Association made the announcement of a protocol breach at a hotel in the west of the island, and the incident went deeper when the woman at the center of the controversy spoke up, saying that she is being held against her will after she was forcefully sent to state quarantine through no fault of her own. This incident has sparked a new debate, with locals questioning whether there are any hotels or resorts left for them to visit for staycations, as protocols forbid them from staying at any resorts open to international tourists. The logic behind the protocol is being questioned as well, as PCR test results show that the visitors are COVID-free, so why keep them apart from locals if they are no threat? Hot 7 News sought answers from the president of the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association, Dr. Merle Clark, who went on to explain why the decision was made in the first place.
The debate regarding the reopening and how tourism would be looked at once we reopen did come up, and the idea of mixing of locals and international guests did come up. We as the St. Lucia Medical and Dental Association certainly supported the ministry with the plan to keep the mingling separate, to avoid the mingling, I should say. The reason being because we understand that there is risk, and with the increase in cases, the exponential increase in cases in the U.S., there is risk. We cannot be naive about that, that the guests coming in, that there is a certain amount of that. So to keep our citizens safe, we felt that they should use different properties.
With that said, Dr. Clark explained that there are still numerous properties for locals to enjoy. She added that locals actually have a rare opportunity to enjoy some of the best of St. Lucia, and that they have these spots all to themselves.
There's so many quaint, and that's what I've discovered through this time. And this year alone, I mean, our members have done quite a few staycations, and you're discovering new places, particularly in the south of the island. In Soufrière and Choiseul, there's so many quaint little places where you can staycation, look for that peace and tranquility that people need right now. So there is a list of certified properties, and that is available online, stlucia.org, I believe, where you know that the international guests are going. But the others which are open to the bubble, essentially, St. Lucians can use. And again, we supported this because our interest predominantly is the safety of our St. Lucian nationals.
Dr. Clark said this by no means should prevent locals from enjoying top-of-the-line staycation experiences. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.
Stay with us. Still to come, a Monrepo homeowner is assaulted and one of his alleged assailants shot in the back by police. A suspected suicide in Choiseul prompts a psychiatrist's call for change in the approach to mental health issues. And the Medical and Dental Association says retesting of tourists once on island is on the table.